Okay. Okay, hold on. So we should be good. Should be live. Alright, let me make sure the audio is okay. Let me make sure it's on there for the first place. There it is. It's on there for the first place. Sounds good. So let me turn up the music just a little bit. There we go. So hello, we are doing UEFN. I want to do some development on Flawless Cowboy, but right now I'm working on my team's roguelike, which is related to Flawless Cowboy, so it's not like clickbait. Right, I'm not lying about the title. It's just this isn't inherently Flawless Cowboy, but I need to make at least a little bit of progress today on this roguelike. So I just kind of gotta figure out like what this room's gonna be. So like you enter from this room into this one, and we have like glass here, enemies down here. Yeah, I don't know. I think first off, maybe not. Also don't know what's going on in the skybox here. It's real annoying, because like sometimes the skybox wants to cooperate, sometimes it doesn't. Is there a daylight sequence? Why? Does this do anything? Skylight. I don't want a sky. Thank you. Okay, that was the issue. So I don't know who enabled that, but that is not... Maybe it was me. Maybe UEFN did that. Should be good now. So... what I find really weird about this is that some things, right, for example, this like ship piece up here, I guess because this is the end of the skybox. That's weird. It'll like make it transparent. That's not what I'm wanting. So then I have to like increase the size of this thing. I guess because they both use it, I'll just increase it and put it over here. That's Halo 4. Skipping that song. Let me know if the music's too loud. Oh, I need to get the chat. I need to pop out the chat. How do I do that? YouTube, please. Oh. Chat. I need to pop out the... Sorry, you heard myself again. YouTube, please. I want to grab the chat so I can use it. Please? Please, YouTube? So I really hate about it, because like you have to wait like 5 minutes before you can see the stream chat. There we go. Now I can do this, and I can pop it out. I can move it over here. Onto my monitor. And then I can make it all chat. So now I can see the chat on my monitor. Great stuff, great stuff. Nice job, team. Sick. I'm streaming UEFN development right now. Bye and say hello. Thank you, Twitter. Alright. Swap tracks. Reverie. Sure, whatever. Yeah. So, I'm gonna keep working on this for a little bit. I just need to kind of refine this this room. That was a weird bug. I don't know why it did that though. So I'm over here. So my idea is like this is like the final room out of this part, and then this is an in-between, and here's, this counts as a room, right? This whole like corner here counts as a room. There will be a door right here. And then there's going to be another room right here, right? So that counts as another, because as a roguelike, you know, you go from one room to the next. Again, I'm working on this before I continue working on level 4 in like 30 minutes or something. I just wanted to make at least a little bit of progress. But here we would have another room, and then this would somehow, you know, come along to this, and then this is another room, right? So just using this one from the Truth and Wreck, it becomes 3 different rooms in a roguelike format, which is really cool. You know, just making use of assets and stuff. Speaking of, just to kind of have something to talk about on stream, Campaign Evolved just had some trailers come out. Even today we have a new cooperative focused trailer, and it's really cool. So really need to finally see Campaign Evolved, not Campaign Evolved, Combat Evolved Chief run around in Unreal Engine. I think that's funny. the low poly Gearbox PC port model, which does have some minor differences from. I'm confused. Why is this like? Why is it like that? Why did I make it like that? I don't know why it's like that. That's weird. Anyway, so a lot of trailers keep coming out, and I mean, even with the Silent Cartographer reveal trailer, it was kind of the same thing where people were. Turn down my own volume. Okay, that doesn't affect the stream. With Campaign Evolve's reveal, people were pretty mad, and still are, about the asset reuse. I did not mean to save. That was not my intention. People were pretty mad about the asset reuse, and I understand why, but also with the, you know, knowledge we know now, since then, according to Rebs Gaming, you know, the whole trilogy is, I need to snap this to 32. The whole trilogy is being remade in UE5, right? The whole trilogy. So when we see asset reuse, and a lot of it's from Infinite specifically, didn't mean to do that. It makes sense because they're trying to create like a consistent style for each of these games, because it's not just like, oh, consistent style for the games moving forward. Because this remake serves multiple purposes, right? To bring new players to it, to bring back old players, to satisfy current players, but also, you know, the new, I don't know what I'm saying. Need to think for a second. I'm talking faster than I'm thinking. But yeah, so we have like this trilogy being remade, and they're reusing a lot of assets from Halo Infinite, and it makes sense in the context that we're getting, you know, all of these games, because they're trying to create a consistent art style, unlike every other game before it, which kept changing it, and Infinite is a great basis for that art style. So even though not everything matches up to Combat Evolved, I think Combat Evolved is so different aesthetically from the rest of the games that it makes sense. You know, not everything is going to look like the actual Combat Evolved, which is not great for a remake. That's like trying to remake the aesthetics of Combat Evolved. But then, knowing that they're remaking the whole trilogy, I need to open up. Speaking of, I'm gonna see if I can base a room off of the Campaign Evolved trailer we got. But knowing that we're getting the whole trilogy instead, it makes a lot more sense, because, you know, now we're gonna have, you know, Halo 2 and 3 using all the same assets, supposedly, which is why the shotgun has green lights instead of blue, which I think it should have just had blue to begin with. I mean, in CE and 3 they're blue, so the majority of it has it look like that. Pretty weird that they didn't go with that, but whatever. But like, they're not gonna have an accurate Halo 2 and 3 if the assets all are from Infinite. No, not from Infinite. If the assets are all based on Combat Evolved, right? Because then the whole trilogy would look like Combat Evolved, which would be cool, but also it's not accurate to those games either. So, you know, unless they change the art style of each game as well, it just wouldn't make sense. And that's kind of just the issue that they're having here. Why does it have to have this terrible motion blur, man? This is max resolution, and I can barely see anything. Okay, hold on. We're gonna bring back the playback speed. What is this track, bro? What is playing? You. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Okay. This is the clearest the room is, even with the methane tank exploding. So I'm gonna base it off of this. So we got kind of reminds me of the Lich from Halo 4. So I'm just gonna pull this over here. Yeah, it looks a lot like the Lich. We're just gonna kind of build that out. Very basic room. And yeah, I'm trying to get like a good idea of like how big this thing is. I'll just kind of bring it out to here. All right. So we can't see the other side of the room, but I'm assuming they both look the same. So I'm just gonna bring it here and just try to guess. Well, no, this has to be longer because we have to compensate for the hall. Okay. Hopefully, can you stop UEFN? Thank you. I'm just gonna grab, yeah, I think I'll just grab these. You know, when I was making Cover of Night, I had no idea you could anchor your rotation and move things to the world instead of the object. So if you look really closely at these walls, like these sort of blimp walls in Cover of Night in the Covenant ship, at the very beginning, up until like the room that looks like this, up until this room, if you look at all of these in that general area, you can tell that like I had to manually pose each and every one of them because I had no idea that's what this button did. And I looked at it, I was like, I wonder what that does. And then I found out, and I was so mad because I spent so long just adjusting these walls individually. And so then that meant that like everything in those sections are just inconsistent now, which it really isn't that big of a deal. And honestly, even in the rest of the ship, it was still inconsistent. But it was frustrating while developing. That's Halo 4, that's Halo 4, stop it. Okay. I don't know if anyone's watching right now. If you're watching, just say hello. Say hi. Just want to stream for probably just like 2 hours at most, and then I'll stop. I'm just trying to get a good idea of how this room looks. Just gonna kind of bring it around here. Now the floor looks bad though. Here, I'll just keep it like that for now. Maybe we'll shrink the floor and do 2 of them. Why are all these terrible? I say terrible, they're not bad, but like what are these tracks, man? I'm just gonna bring up Halo 2 and find the track that I'm thinking of. Is it this one? Where is it? I'm looking for this one track and I'm just gonna replay it over and over. There we go. Alright. Dude, Flawless Cowboy's been kind of popping off recently. Not in terms of players, I'm not getting many players, but like, in terms of visibility and stuff. You know, I've been trying to just post it on socials because the Halo remake is on everyone's mind. So it's like, okay, if you post about, you know, my Fortnite Halo remake, I don't know if it's just too loud, but if I post about my Halo Fortnite remake, then that's going to be in the algorithm when, you know, people are searching it for the other one. So then people see like, oh, this guy's remaking Fortnite and Halo. No, remaking Halo and Fortnite. Wrong thing. Wrong remake. But this guy's like, he's remaking Halo in Fortnite, and that's really cool. So I've had like a lot of people that have not played Fortnite or don't care about Fortnite whatsoever. They've commented and they've been like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't care about Fortnite, or I'm not big on Fortnite, but you know, I think this is really cool. Which is like, you know, it's really sweet when people say that, because it's like, yeah, maybe you have something against the game, maybe you just generally dislike it, but then you see my project, cannot talk, and you're like, you know, that's like, despite my thing against Fortnite, despite me hating this game, or, you know, maybe the trends that it set in the industry, or maybe because it's like too childlike for you, like too kid-friendly, you know, if you can still respect the Halo remake in Fortnite, that's pretty cool, you know? It's cool that people can look past that and acknowledge, you know, the hard work that it requires to make something like this, which is really cool. Not to, like, you know, glaze myself and be like, oh, I put in such hard work, but you know, it is very difficult. Not this project. This project's just a roguelike for my team, but no, it's difficult remaking Halo and Fortnite. Someone said on the TikTok that I released for it, and I don't use TikTok, so I don't even know if I optimized it correctly, but someone said that like I just made a worse version of what Halo Studios made, and like, yeah, it's true. Right? I can't say like, oh no, I didn't, I'm better. It's like, yeah, I made a worse version of the one from Campaign Evolved. But to say like it's better or worse, it's like it's a remake of it in Fortnite. I think that's pretty impressive. You know, I mean, I'm one guy, right? I'm the only person developing this. I say this, I'm not working on it right now, but I'm the only one developing Flawless Cowboys, so like compared to a team, compared to like a full-on game studio making it, pretty impressive that one person can make it, like especially this one cinematic in like less than a week. And I know I'm not supposed to like let the those type of comments get to me, but I see it a lot, especially in just online in general. You know, you see a lot of people just kind of hate for no reason, especially on like Halo related things, because Halo fans can never be happy. And that looks weird. And it's kind of just like, you know, some people just don't understand the effort some of the stuff really takes. It's kind of rambling now. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm excited for the Halo remake. And I even bought like the collector's edition, which is not financially responsible, but I sold off my Valve Index kit for the Steam frame. And so I had about like $400 like saved up, and I'm planning on selling my Quest 3 when the Steam frame releases. But I don't know when that's gonna happen. But I love VR, so I wanna get the Steam frame, and I have so many VR headsets. But because of that, I had like some money left from selling off the Valve Index. And then I see Halo Campaign Evolve has a special collector's edition. And I'm like, I really want to get that, man. I know it's not financially responsible, but I want to get it. And So I just used the money from the Steam frame thing. I'm really hoping I can sell my Quest 3 for a decent amount. And maybe I can... I'm not going to make much more from Flawless Cowboy. I have like $100 left that I'm going to make. And then for however long, I'm not going to make anything from it. Because you have to reach not 1,000. You have to reach $100 per month in order to be eligible for payout. And Flawless Cowboy does not make $100 every single month. It does sometimes. But it's just like last month I made $99. I missed out on $1, so I didn't get the payout. But next month, because I'm probably making like $12 from Flawless Cowboy this month, I'll finally get that $100 payout. So I can kind of be reimbursed from my Campaign Evolved Collector's Edition purchase. Not completely. It was like $230 including tax, but yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to remake this little room I see in here, and I'm just trying to figure it out. Camera orientation seemed weird. Okay, we're gonna get the door on the other side to look like this. Yeah, I'll copy the whole thing here. The door. Here. Try to center it. I think that's pretty good, right? I don't know. Here, maybe I need to bring it back. I'm gonna grab you, put you over here. But again, I'm working on this small section right now, and then we'll get to working on Silent Incursion, which I'm really happy I can kind of show a bit more of that. Because before I was kind of just like holding in this like secret that like I have a new Master Chief model made by Ferrixel. I don't know how you say his username. But I was trying to keep that a secret, so I couldn't just show off everything that I was working on for Silent Incursion. And there still is like a few things that I'm not showing yet, that won't be known until the thing actually releases. But there's some really cool stuff. Story elements, really. Story things that I think a lot of people are going to think is really cool. Some people might not, it's not like, world shattering, but it definitely is a fun little thing that I want to happen at the end of the mission. And of course I have my own extra story elements that I throw in there. If you played Flawless Cowboy Cover of Night, at the very end, of course, you have the Cube Queen and the Voyager, who fulfills the role of Zuka Zamami from the Flood. So I'm kind of including a lot more. I hope the remake does kind of the same thing, where include elements from the book. I've had the Flood for like a year now. I just never read it completely. Like I read halfway through, and then I forgot to continue reading. Same thing with Epitaph. I even got like Edge of Dawn on release, and I haven't read through it yet. I'm not good at like making sure I read through it, but hold up, maybe I'll grab this. I'll just resize this. But yeah, so in like Cover of Night, we have that one character, the Voyager, who is just Zuka Zamami. And I'll probably do some more stuff with him. Maybe make him more like the Arbiter in some form. This isn't great. I'm gonna attach a cube, and I'm gonna make the cube shrink. But yeah, I'm excited to continue doing that stuff, because that's like, it lets me take some elements from Halo 2 and the Flood and other things, and just kind of all mesh them together, because Flawless Cowboy is not going to go past Combat Evolved. You know, it's just a Combat Evolved remake, reimagining. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool to go through and do some unique stuff in there. I think what I'll do here, I'll do this, right? We're gonna have kind of a parallel thing going on here. We'll bring it about there, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. It's not the one I wanted. Forward access? Yeah. That's what I want. And then, you know, we'll bring it about here. Then we'll grab this. Look at me using my advanced UEFN techniques. This is not going to work out, is it? No, it's not. Grab a cube, because then the cube lets you shrink it without it being weird. Okay, some of it doesn't work, but you can do this. You shrink it overall. That's a cool technique. That makes the room cool. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to align this up. Okay, there we go. And then I think we're gonna shrink this. No. I see. We need to grab this. Then we're going to put it at this height. So it kind of matches up. And then we're gonna shrink this back here. Same thing with here. Or with this one, I might just pull it back. Is it already there? Oh. Hold on, maybe I need to move this down a bit. I'm gonna, hold on, put that there, and then please? No, it's not the way I wanted. UEFN's difficult sometimes. Sometimes it just does not make sense. Yeah, there we go. So we kind of have this like middle section, and then we'll fill in the tops here. If you haven't noticed already, Cover of Night, and subsequently this roguelike that we're doing for the Covenant ship, they use a lot of just random props as pieces, because we don't really have Last Reality themed galleries. Now that they're, you know, gonna be back in the story, hopefully, I'd assume they would be. Maybe we'll get more galleries related to them, but for the time being, we have nothing, and so, you know, making Cover of Night was really difficult because we have nothing. And that means we don't have any walls that look alien, don't have any ceilings, don't have any like actual building galleries. All we have are props. And so the entirety of Cover of Night just uses you know, props and stuff for the walls and the ceilings, and then things that wouldn't fit it at all, and the only way that I could make them fit was just by changing up lighting and such. So like these are human walls, right? They're imagined order, the blimp thing. This doesn't make sense in the context of oh, you can't see my cursor, hold on. There. So this doesn't really make sense in the context of a Covenant ship, right? Because it's a human type wall. But it makes sense when it's you know, lit up and it's like purple and blue and stuff. What's going on here? What is this? Hold on. Is there a better way I can do this? Can I grab? There's something over here. There it is. I'll just grab this. And then with the last reality stuff, I just had to do this. Do this shrunk down props. Same thing with this, right? So the outside just looks kit bashed, while the inside looks like, you know, still kit bashed. But I did what I could. I tried making them look as good as I possibly could, but that rhymed. That rhymed. Should be a writer. But it's really difficult with the limitations of UEFN. And like, yeah, technically, if I really wanted, I could probably like get models and stuff externally and do like a whole alien ship that way. But then comes the second limitation of memory. You know, you can't just throw in a million different objects because then memory would be expensive. And then I wouldn't be able to publish. Somehow Cover of Night has like way less memory than I thought it was. Is that like 50 something? 50,000? And I don't remember the exact amounts for the other missions. Pillar of Autumn though, boarding action had used more memory when I released Cover of Night though. Now they're all about the same. I think they're all around 50,000 something. And that's because I optimized them. I went in and cleared up a lot of the unused stuff from development, and I definitely need to change the skylight here. Yeah, I cleaned up a lot of unused stuff, and now it's all good, but there was a lot of, I need water. Hold on, give me 1 second. Anyway, so I optimized it, tried to clean up as much as I possibly could, and now we were at a state where, one, boarding action started running decent, which it did not before, and then memory usage was lower, download size was lower. I think memory went by, for boarding action specifically, because that was the least optimized one, memory went down from like 60,000 to 55, I think 65,000 to 55,000. And then download went down by like 20 megabytes. Which is pretty good, considering it's at like 111, now it's back to like, is that like a 92 or something? Pretty good. Let me get another day sequence device, because this is clearly not working. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I can probably copy and paste the one from Cover of Night, so we can get the exact stuff. I can probably get the Lumen Exposure Manager or the daylight sequence thing, but I'm gonna do that after this room, after the connection between these two. Hold on, let me see what the rest of this looks like. So they run through. You have the door at the end. You have these little like things in the middle. Okay. So what can we put in the middle of this room? Can we grab from here? Obviously pillars, but I want to do something more unique. I'll just grab one of these. I wonder if anyone would recognize this. Like if they would recognize that this is like based on the single room that was shown off in the trailer. Speaking of, I'm gonna keep looking at this, kind of see what they they did here. It's kind of the only cover in here. So what I'll probably do is just place on some deployable shields. Just want the whole thing? Yeah. Kind of like a cheat code. If you don't want to put in any extra cover environment wise, like in terms of like natural, like built-in cover, you could just kind of throw this in here, and it's like, well, it makes sense, you know, it's a cover to ship. Of course they're gonna have some of these. We're just gonna have it angled a little bit. Then I'll probably grab these. Just, I don't know which one of these this is. I can really grab this. Also, if you play Cover of Night, again, obviously this room is from Cover of Night. You would, maybe you wouldn't recognize, but like, if you played Ruby's Rebalance, you'd probably recognize that there are a lot of props in here that are directly inspired by Ruby's Rebalanced. I think I've said that somewhere on my socials. I hope I did, because I don't want to, you know, just be like, oh, look, it's like, it's my map, and then half the things are stolen without like crediting. I'm pretty sure I did mention before that, like, you know, there are ideas from Ruby's Rebalance that are put into the map, as well as like the other missions. A lot of it's inspired by Combat Revolved, which is also another fantastic mod. Mainly Halo and Pillar of Autumn. Pillar of Autumn especially. There is like one specific sequence that is taken directly from it. Hold on, we're gonna get this to line up like right here. I move back by. I think I'll change the light for this one. There. Yeah, I didn't want it to be like, I need to start like processing what I'm saying first. a lot of what I did in Falls Cowboy, though, there's like inspirations from mods, from the actual like official Combat Evolved, of course, duh, but like Anniversary had like 5 different things that might have been useful to me. At most 5. I'm just gonna take scale here. I think in Anniversary they have that, like in a Pillar of Autumn they have these little lights that are placed outside of the windows that kind of go through into the ship. They're like these blue spotlights that they place down. It's supposed to be like the light from space, and I thought that looked really nice. They made the environment around it too bright, which I think just kind of killed the whole point of having those lights there. And so in Flawless Cowboy, what I did was kind of take that, those lights that were sitting there outside of the windows, you know, spotlighting into it. I took that idea and then I made it more useful because like the rest of the room then was dark. But I thought that was like a cool idea that they had, that it just didn't really execute well. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense at all, man. I'm just rambling. I'm just saying stuff, man. By the way, if you have not already, Flawless Cowboy is at the UEFN Community Awards, and I don't know how many days it has left. Well, I mean, tonight, so it has 4 days. So you have 4 days to vote for Flawless Cowboy Cover of Night under Most Innovative Experience. I think it's June 13th. It's no longer up. So if you don't vote for Flawless Cowboy by June 13th, you no longer will be able to after that. Actually, what I'll do back here. I don't know which one this is. Okay, we're gonna delete you. Then you won't be able to afterwards, so make sure to vote for Flawless Cowboy at the UEFN Community Awards, and that goes a long way because I am a small creator. I think I am literally the smallest creator, part of the UEFN Community Awards, that was nominated. So voting for me goes a long way because I don't have enough of an audience to, promote it literally everywhere. I try, right? But the most I can really do is just kind of get people to do it via word of mouth. And of course, to the people that have done it, I really appreciate it. And it means a ton. Legitimately. Yeah. See, I like how this room's going. Very basic in design, but pretty cool. Pretty fun. Based on what they showed off for Campaign Evolved. It does seem like, I'm looking at the room right now in Campaign Evolved, like the video. They have like an armory, a part of it. I think this is their armory. Which is kind of funny because it also does kind of mirror the, you don't see it on screen right now, but it kind of mirrors the Pillar of Autumn armory, has the same design. Because like, I think that's, yeah, those are like plasma, no, that's not plasma, it's needlers. They have needlers on the walls and on the floor. Not on the floor, on the walls and on the middle section there. That's cool. That's really cool. So they had their own like needler armory. That's just a cool idea. Here, so this is another room, which is fun. There we go. So we'll have enemies in here, and on the other side of this, so it's kind of cramped, right? You have multiple pieces of cover going on. You have the playable ones, you have the middle ones, and then of course there's only really one way you can go in here. And now I got to figure out how to get the player from point A to point B. How do we do that? Trying to think. How many rooms are here? So this is the end of the first part, right? That's... yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, No. It's just gonna be in between room them. A room solely just to get them from one place to another. So all I'm gonna do is kind of have it like steps. Yeah. It's just gonna be steps. My girlfriend recently got me this 343 Guilty Spark like Mega Blocks thing. And I saw it when it released however long ago. And I thought it was really cool because it has like voice lines and stuff, has a light. She got me it. And I'm really happy about it. But also that means I have to build it. And I do not want to build a Mega Blocks, man. It's just like the last thing I want to do is build a Mega Blocks. But I have to in order to get the finished version of it, right? If I want to be able to have the 343 Guilty Spark thing, I have to build it. And it's unfortunate. I can't believe in order to have a Mega Blocks finish, I have to make it. How terrible. But I'm really happy about it. It's just like I don't... When I'm like building it, right, and I've only done like the first 2 bags of blocks in it, so just starting. When I'm building it, I'm just thinking about how I could be working in UEFN right now. Like I'm building Halo Mega Blocks. I could be building Halo the remake, right? I could, like instead of building the Mega Blocks, I could be actively like working on my Silent Cartographer remake. And so this thing's like supposed to be, according to her, it's supposed to be like chill and relaxing to build Mega Blocks / Legos. And it's like, no, it's not. Not for me. Because the whole time I'm thinking like, why am I doing this? I could just be working on, you know, Flawless Cowboy. And again, I'm really happy she got me it, but that's just how it feels for me. I hate it. Yeah, I think that's just what I'm gonna do here. And then we'll have these on the sides. It's clunky, but I don't know what else to do here really. Or hold on, what did I do here? What did I do here? We grab these. After I do this hall, after this hallway's finished, I'm going to start working on Silent Incursion. Just gonna make some more progress. I'm still working on the environment right now. That's what's scaring me, right? Because I've given like a general estimate, right? I've said that like I want it out in the summer, but I don't know if it's gonna be out during the summer. I hope it is, or during the exact part of the summer that I want. I know it's probably going to be out in the summer. It'd be really concerning if it wasn't, but I don't know if it's going to be out. Like, I want to get it out in July alongside the actual remake, but I don't know if I can do that. It might be in August. I was also really bummed out when Genesis Studios delayed. Like, when I heard the news initially, a few days before they announced it, like that was just really sad because I was really hyped to unveil my level, you know. I was really hyped to show that off and be like, hey, look, this is Flawless Cowboy. And then like unveil the level at the showcase, but then they delayed it by an insane amount. Like it delayed it by over a month and 2 weeks, month and a half. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. to like submit again, be like, hey, look, this isn't really applying to me anymore. Like, I need to submit this trailer instead. Ignore the previous email where I submitted the other trailer because that was before the delay. I'm sad that I couldn't have it unveiled at a big event like that, but also it might have been a blessing in disguise because coming up a new light there. Now I get to have it shown off early and have it kind of hyped up over time, and I have something I can milk constantly, which is that insane model made by Forexel, whatever, how you pronounce it. I can kind of just like show that off constantly, be like, look at this, it's so cool. And also the cinematic I made too. The issue with the cinematic though that I created based on Campaign Evolve's rendition of Silent Cartographer is that since it's not out right now, whenever I advertise Flawless Cowboy with it, people are like, oh, what's the map code? I'm like, sorry, this one isn't out yet. You can't play what I'm showing you. But if you want to play the general series, which does not include any of what's being shown here, you can go play it at these map codes. It's kind of awkward because I like the model that Primus made for Master Jones when it first came out, right? But, and kind of the reason why I needed the new model, it doesn't match up to the level of quality that I'm striving for now, right? When I'm making this, I'm no longer trying to make it as an amateur. I'm trying to make it look professional. I'm trying to make it look good. And I need something that's like what people don't expect. I need something that people look at and they think, okay, that's impressive. So this Mark V model is impressive, right? And that's just kind of the level of polish for a model that matches. I cannot talk today, man. That is kind of what I needed to match like the motion capture and stuff. Like it's out of place having a more like amateurish model like Master Jones V1 alongside, you know, high quality cinematic sequences and environments and stuff. And also everyone that sees it on social media, when they see Master Jones, they're like, who is that? That's not Master Chief. Like, who's this knockoff? So it makes it look like it's again, I'm not saying like what he made was low quality, but it's like, it's not Master Chief. Master Chief looks like Master Chief, and that wasn't Master Chief. But when people see Master Jones V2, the Mark V model made by Forexel, they're like, okay, that's Master Chief. Which is also a good and bad thing, because like I'm really like banking on the fan game like rules to apply to a UEFN map, and I don't know if that's ever been tested before. So I'm just really hoping that it's all good legally and I can do this. Kind of scares me sometimes, because like what if it's not good? What if it's not okay for me to have this character look so much like Master Chief? Because unfortunately well, fortunately for me, right, for the level of quality, but unfortunately for some people, they've seen it and said they're like, oh, I thought this was Campaign Evolved for a second. It's like, oh, my game can be confused with the official Halo product. I don't think that's good for me. I don't think that's gonna help me legally if Microsoft gets mad. Not one person is on the stream. That's sad. That's sad. Check out the comments of the TikTok real quick. Yeah. Some people were saying like, oh, this is what people thought Campaign Evolve was gonna be like. I guess, I don't know if that's like them putting it down or what. But I liked it anyway. It's like, it's true. Whatever. Someone said it looks like Fortnite. So does that look like FN, bro? And I'm like, yes, it is Fortnite. It is Fortnite. It's what it says at the top of the screen. yeah, it's also really cool seeing some people like return that were already who pinged my Discord. Some people thought it looked better than the previous missions, which I would hope so, right? And I'm glad that there's like reoccurring people that are showing up. You know, it's cool to see people like actually be excited and, you know, take note of the fact that like, oh, there's a new model for the main guy. Like, that's so cool. Because for me, it's like I don't really see much of that. I don't see much of like a reoccurring player base. I guess if that makes sense. I'm trying to line this up. It's not lining up. I have to move the ramp a bit. But yeah, I don't really see much of like that side of things. Especially when this is like a single player experience, so I don't really get much feedback in terms of like people constantly returning and being fans of it. Unless they're like constantly commenting on my posts. Today was not a good day to stream, man, because I'm just rambling without thinking. I'm not paying attention. Maybe I just need to get some more sleep. What is that? Red? Okay. I don't know how to feel about the new, like, I don't know what it's called. I heard someone call it a gizmo. I don't know if that's I guess that's the term. I'm not a fan of it. Like, I'm trying to get used to it. I know you can go back to the old one, but I want to at least give this one a shot. I think it's too skinny. And it's too, like, easy to mess up with. I'm gonna leave it like that. Oh, I need to pull up the stream chat again. It's okay, it's not like just anyone watching to begin with. Here, let me grab this. Kind of mirror this on the other side. Stop doing that. What is that? I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Okay. Sometimes I always like... I always like get frustrated at UEFN, and I'm like, man, this job is really boring, and especially like right now, this is a team project that I'm working on before I go off to work a bit more on Silent and Incursion. So working on this like flawless cowboy themed roguelike. You know, I'm working on this and I'm just thinking like, man, this job's real annoying sometimes. Like, I'm bored out of my mind. I'm kind of just sitting here talking to a empty chat. And when I'm not streaming, which is most of the time when I'm working, then I'm just sitting there in silence or listening to a video in the background. And it's like, man, this is boring. I'm just sitting at my desk all day. But then I think back to like working at a fast food place, or you know, something similar where I used to work at like Taco Bell for like a month before they soft fired me, and that was terrible. I mean, especially that location, they're just mean for no reason. And so then I'm like, I think about that. I'm like, oh right, it could be worse, you know. I think about how, like, this is boring and stuff, but really this is like the best job I've ever had, you know? It's like, I get to work in Fortnite. I'm not working for Fortnite, obviously, I'm not working for Epic, but I get to work in Fortnite. Like, Fortnite is my job. The game that I've been playing since I was 10 years old, is my job. And, you know, that's just so amazing, right? Because I get to, like, enjoy it. It's fun. Job itself isn't fun, but, you know, I get to play Fortnite. And then, like, oh, now it's time to work, and I just go and work in Fortnite still. It's just, I don't know, it's really cool from that perspective. And, you know, sometimes I just need to, like, realize that and remember, like, yeah, I could be working at something that's, like, paying me even less than I'm being paid right now. And it's, like, a lot more physically taxing or mentally tolling, other words that are very similar to those two. It could be worse, right? Because this is not bad at all. This was my dream job. Working on games in general. And, like, yeah, it's not perfect, and there's a lot that I want to do that I just can't, because of just simply how the ecosystem is. But, you know, I don't know. I just need to remember that I do enjoy this job. It's fun. You see how many skulls? How many? How many skulls? Yeah. Basically, moral of the story is that, for those that are working in UEFN and maybe are struggling, if you work in a team, at least, this is mainly for people that work in a team, I can't fix the Z fighting, it's whatever. Just remember that, like, you know, you could be working at Taco Bell. You know, you could be working at McDonald's. Not to put people that work there down. I'm just saying that, like, you know, compared to that, you gotta remember that, like, you're in a position where you can, you know, you can be working in the video game that you play. And if you work in UEFN, you probably I cannot talk today, man. Fumbled over my words like crazy. If you work in UEFN, you probably play Fortnite, right? Like, it'd be really weird if you didn't. And so, your job is, like, very ingrained with Fortnite. And obviously, people that work in UEFN would most likely play the game. So then, you reap the benefits of just being a fan of the game, you know? Obviously, each season you get new toys to play with, new prefabs, new devices, new features. But then also, like, for me, when I had two jobs that I'm thinking of right now. When I worked at a grocery store, there was the Fortnite Big Bang event, and I missed the first showing of it and had to watch it on my break, on my phone. Right, I had a 30-minute break, and I couldn't watch the event myself. I did watch it afterwards, which is why there's a video on my channel of me watching it, because I watched one of the encore versions of it, but I couldn't experience it for myself, and that made me really sad. Same thing with the Simpsons, like, 0 Hour event. I think it's called 0 Hour. I had to watch that on my break at a different thing, at a seasonal job, where it was like laser engraving and stuff, and I had to watch that event on my phone on a 480p stream. I think iTalk was the one streaming it. iTalk Fortnite. And so I was watching it on my mobile data on this really low quality stream, and it's really sad because I've been playing Fortnite since I was 10. I'm 19 now. So long time playing Fortnite, and it was just like, it was sad because I couldn't experience some certain events, not because I didn't play the game, but because I physically could not be there to watch it. And so it's really nice having a job that just lets you experience the events just because it's so intertwined with Fortnite. Or like, you know, my boss can't just say, like, when we have like an end of season event, right? Let's say like the most recent one, Shattered. My boss couldn't say like, oh, you can't, like, you need to work right now. Like, we need to get this thing out the door right now. You cannot go and watch the Fortnite event. It's like, no, I can, because the server's about to go down. Like, we're not going to get this thing out because the servers will be gone. And that's what's cool about it. It's just like, I get to be a fan of this game, continue working in it, and, you know, now I can watch a Fortnite event. And that's acting like my studio head is like CEO, whatever his position is, business partner, as if he was like mean and would refuse to let me watch a Fortnite event because I need to work actively on something. It's like, you know, if I'm working and we're on a call and then there's like an event that happens in like Fortnite OG that isn't turning off the servers, I can still just say like, oh yeah, there's a Fortnite OG event real quick, I'm just gonna go watch that, I'll catch you later. Because, you know, as long as I get my job done, it's like, it's okay. That's what's so cool though, because it's just like I get to be a fan of this game and work in it. What's great about working on a Halo remake too is that, like, you know, new features in Fortnite, you know, I get to replicate Halo a bit better. That's always great. But then also the Halo remake is releasing soon, and sorry for the yawn. Halo remake's releasing soon, and so I get to base like a lot of Flawless Cowboy on that remake. Same way how I've been taking a lot of inspiration from many mods. With level 4, I haven't really done that, but at least for the first 3 levels, Cover of Night had a lot of inspiration from Ruby's Rebalanced. A lot of the cover placement and stuff I took directly from Ruby's Rebalanced. Some bits and pieces of boarding action and Landfall. Some ideas were taken from Combat Revolved. At least that version of it. I know they updated Halo on Combat Revolved since. Well, let me take a drink of my water. But at least with pre-major update to Halo, I based a lot of like log placements and stuff, like extra terrain things, and I kind of liked how Combat Revolved had the sunset, which of course is from, 1 second. Anyway, so like the sunset, sunrise, I think it's sunset, right? That's from Anniversary, right? Combat Evolved did the same thing. Who's this message from? Yeah, so now in like Landfall, because I saw that it has the sunset part. I'm trying to figure out what to use for the roof. Hold on. I'll just use this. Makes more sense. Yeah, so in Landfall now, when you get to like the second half of the mission, after the tunnel, it swaps to the sunset, which is really nice, because it also gives like the effect that like, oh, while you're in the tunnel, time has passed, and now the sun is setting. And it also gets to let me combine, you know, aspects of Anniversary and, you know, the Combat Evolved. Again, most of it is directly based on Combat Evolved, but it is cool to have like some small aspects that I think Anniversary might have done a little bit better. Not better, but like a cool idea that Anniversary had that maybe I could execute in a different way. I am still really mad that Anniversary even had it at sunset. That was so stupid. Especially when, it made me extra mad when they had the, beta, versions, like the pre-release versions of the game leak. Because in those pre-release versions, the lighting is so much more accurate. At least in the second mission. Not 100% of the time, but like, they had a bunch of different changes throughout those versions. And it's just like, why did you change it? Why did you make it sunrise? Or not sunrise, sunset. What was the point? Because now it's not accurate at all. That's incredibly, frustrating. What direction is this light facing? That's cool, right? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna bring this on the other side. This one's gonna be much weaker. There we go. Okay. This is a nice little in-between room, you know, just to kind of get from point A to point B. I was really scared that I'd get it, like, that it'd just look weird, but I think this is nice. I'm just gonna increase this to like 4.5. Lit up decently. It's like, yep. And then go into this room. Move this. And move this over to over here. So that was for the Cube Queen hologram. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that in the mission. I've never had anyone like message me about it or be like, what was that? Because it's only for a few seconds. I even show it in like the gameplay walkthrough. Or I guess that wasn't public. That makes more sense. It wasn't a public thing. I didn't upload the gameplay on its own. I used it for the trailer, but I didn't upload the gameplay. But it might have been in the trailer anyway. No, it's not. It's not because the trailer is like 20-30 seconds and barely has anything. Definitely need to do a better trailer once it comes out. It's just like when I did the... Yeah, okay, I'm very happy with how it looks right now. When I did the trailer for Cover Up Night, I did it in 30 minutes at most. I think it's less than 30 minutes. It might have been like 20. Okay, we're gonna check and changes. Might have been in like 20 minutes and more ship rooms. How fast is this gonna be? But yeah, I didn't want to spoil anything, right? Because I mean, I could have shown like, oh, the ship exploding and Cube Queen and all the like the extra cutscene stuff. But I didn't want to like, oh, that was really fast. I didn't want to show off a lot of it. I wanted it to be a surprise, and so Even though I could have shown like the Voyager and the Cube Queen and all that, or the ship exploding, I didn't want that to be like front and center, because then when you know, just saw the trailer, it's like, okay, now all that stuff is spoiled. So obviously the Cube Queen doesn't show up in Combat Evolved. Or what she is meant to replace, which is the Prophets.
Are you tired?
I'm not tired. Are you tired of brain rot stealing, AI, sloppy trend chasing maps that clog up your Discovery tab? So weird. I don't use TikTok. I absolutely refuse to. But it is, it's really good for, getting your stuff out there. Unfortunately. Whoa. Whoa, we got some more Campaign Evolve stuff tomorrow. June 10th. At 10 a.m. for me. It's our first look at Skulls and Remix, and in this screenshot we can see some Pillar of Autumn. Today we got like a co-op trailer. Are you tired of the brain rot stealing, AI, sloppy trend chasing maps that clog up your Discovery tab? Are you wanting a real quality Fortnite experience like no other? Is my chat just not working? Because it says there's 5 likes on here, but not a single person has typed in chat. You know, it says 1 is watching right now. I have no idea. I have no idea. Just gonna do a little bit of work, probably for like 30 minutes on Silent Cartographer now. I'll take a lifesaver mint after some water. Again, this was the room that I was basing it on. That one room. So we got that. Also, I closed it now, but you can see in the background of that, no one's mentioned it. It's like the Halo 2 door. The classic one with the little, or is that Combat Evolved? No, I think that's Combat Evolved. I'm wrong. It has a little like symbol on it. It's cool. I guess Halo 2's the other thing. Different kind of door. Alright. All good? Right. I don't know, it just looks weird. I have it really pink, so like, I was hoping some of the color could show. I don't know. It doesn't show, and now it just looks distorted. So you can see like the compression here. Whatever. Okay. So right now we're working on some Forerunner stuff. So obviously a lot of the stuff here is done. Also, I moved the cube cradle over there because threshold has to be like here, because this side is bright and that's facing the sun. Unfortunately, because of the fog, it just, you can't really see it that well. It is what it is. So, been working on the Forerunner stuff, so let me go on the full screen and kind of do like a little tour. So you go in here, go down here, you remember from about a month ago, maybe, however long ago that stream was, when I was doing this hallway. So that's in here. You go in here, and it's like, ooh, look at this. This is like a little shield barrier. You know, it'll disable and open up once security thing's done. Following this, like, again, there's no lighting done here at all, but we have a very work in progress thing here. Very much work in progress. We'll continue forward. Looks kind of weird. Press forward, keep going over here. I think the last stream that I did, I was working on this room. Just like this segment of it. And this is like very complicated. This whole mission is like probably the most complicated geometry I've had to work with. And I'm learning a lot more with extruding shapes. I'd never extruded shapes before this level, so I'm learning how to use them. So like these walls are extrudes. Same thing with these. This is all one extruded shape. And I'm sure there's a better way I can do them. Just right now I'm still learning, so whatever. Also, I'm very limited in materials I can use. I wanted it to look Forerunner, right? But I also wanted it to look Oathbound, and it's hard to get an in-between. So, it is what it is. Not everything looks perfect. There's a mix of concrete and metal and stuff, and it's whatever. I try my best. But yeah. Also, there was like a hidden room. I had no idea. I played this game hundreds of times. I mean it. Since I was 4 years old. There's a hidden room right here. I'll show you it. So this would open up, right? Or no, I think it's down here. Down here. There's a room. I've never seen this before, right? It's just in the wall. It has like a little thing here. You go down. And it's like a little area you can just enter over here. I had no idea that existed. And due to like me, I would have to like extrude more shapes just for that small little thing that I didn't even know existed. Because of memory, because of download size, because of all that. Some things like that. Same thing with Cover of Night with like extra hallways that didn't lead anywhere. I didn't include, right? So this is just, it's just a wall, right? Not because I forgot. I mean, I had no idea until I was working on this that it existed, but besides that, it's because of memory. I don't want to include something that is completely unnecessary to the majority of players, because barely anyone probably even knows about that, because it's so hidden, right? I surely didn't. And so like, I don't know. It also just makes it less confusing for players, because you gotta remember that these are like 5-year-olds playing this. I say that, but like, it's not just 5-year-olds, but I mean like Fortnite's player base, when it shows up in Discover, they're kids playing this. But we have this little thing here, and Campaign Evolved, actually. They have a trailer that released yesterday. If I pull it up, they showed this. And I thought it was really interesting what they did. Alright, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. But it's real interesting. Alright. We're gonna find it real quick. Here it is. Nope, that's not it.
Something ancient.
Something ancient.
Beautiful.
This. I'm gonna try to replicate the angle right here. Okay. This is the same room. Now, of course my thing isn't perfect. Also, I don't know why this effect kind of goes through the floor here. It's really weird, but my thing isn't perfect. I just think it's really interesting why they made this like, well, one, I am not against this Forerunner architecture. It's not the same as the original, right? It doesn't include all the same original shapes. But I think it's fine. Because when I look at this, it's like, yeah, you know, it's not perfect, but it looks like Halo 2 Anniversary. And I think Halo 2 Anniversary was pretty good. I mean, a lot of people regarded it as a really good remaster, And I think the Forerunner stuff in here looks like Halo 2 Anniversary, so I think it's fine. Shut up, bro. Why is this stuff even on my recommended, man? Halo Campaign Evolved will be bad. Play these instead. And like the remake looks amazing. Shut up. There's a talking. there's a topic I can talk about. While I tour this. So again, we have the door here. This is an Oathbound door because Forerunners are Oathbound. As hinted at through Landfall. And an audio log that you can find. Wink, wink. In Pillar Bottom. Yeah, I'm also... Yeah, this is all work in progress. There's no lighting implemented. But pretty cool stuff. A lot of custom geometry that I had to put together. Especially these. I'm really happy about how this turned out. They have this. They have these. So they all like kind of go up and it looks really cool. I like it. Same thing with here. We have this light that goes over here and it's a part of this shape. This thing up here. And this is, you can see it's work in progress, right? But really proud of it so far. So this is kind of where we're at right now. Working on this room. So we got this and then, oh, lost myself. We have this room we need to work on, and then the one below it. This room. And then, of course, the map room. Which is just a copy-paste of the security override. Yeah. Drink some more water real quick. Then I want to talk about what's going on with the actual remake. So for years, you know, ever since 343 started working on the franchise, there's a lot of people that would just hate to hate. And I'm not saying, you know, it's completely invalid. There are reasons to not like, you know, a lot of what they've made. But there's a lot of people that just hate because, you know, like they just want to dislike it just because. And I just do not respect that. And I find those people annoying. It's like, this remake looks really good. I think a lot of people can see that. A lot of people that, like, were pretty pessimistic about it because of the track record of Halo Studios / 343. You know, a lot of people were like, oh, it's not gonna be good. And then it looks really, really good. And so, you know, it's like, okay, maybe give it a chance. But there's a lot of people that are just like, oh, it's gonna suck. No matter what, it's just gonna suck. It's like, are you a fan of Halo? Or are you just wanting it to fail because your favorite developer doesn't exist anymore? And let's be real. Alright? So I love Halo, every single game. I think every single one has their own merit, even Halo 5. Let's be real, Bungie's dead. The Bungie you knew does not work at Bungie anymore. Some of them do, but they're not the same structure, they're not the same company. Especially the higher ups. There's a lot of people that still work there, but they're not the same. And they also work for PlayStation and are making Marathon. They're not making Halo. And so you just gotta understand that, like, the games aren't going to be the same by the merit of just them not being developed by Bungie. That doesn't mean they shouldn't be made. And that also doesn't mean that, like, a remake is gonna suck, especially when Marcus Leto, I think it's Leto, he's already said before, who like designed all of it, right? Designed Master Chief. He's already said that like this remake looks really good, and it's what they would have made if they had the time and the resources back then, right? And now it's just when he saw the October reveal. I'm sure he'd agree even more now. Anyway, I'm just saying that like there's just a lot of people that hate on Campaign Evolved, not because, you know, what they showed was bad, but just because they just want to hate on it. And I can't respect that because I think it looks great. I'm not saying you can't have your own opinion, but also I'm not saying that like, yep, I'm just saying that like hating just to hate for no reason outside of just like I'm saying like a lot. You just don't want Halo Studios to succeed. You want Halo to die because it's not what you want out of it. Just, you know, I just can't respect that. I think it's just really sad, and the reason why I'm even talking about this is because on my recommended right there was a guy that was just saying, Halo campaign involved will suck. Play these instead. And he's like talking about Halo mods, I guess. And it's like, you don't know it'll suck. It looks like it's pretty good. You know? It looks pretty good to me. I don't know. Do you have like insider knowledge? Did you play it early? You can't just definitively say, oh, it will suck. Like, I don't know, maybe give it a chance. But they don't want to give it a chance. They just want the game to suck, so then they could be like, oh, look, I was right. And continue pretending like, you know, Halo's dead or whatever. I don't know, it's just tiring seeing all the hatred for a game which does look really, really good. I mean, now they're grasping for straws on Twitter and like things you can complain about, but that's Twitter. On a more positive note, the thing looks really good. I also bought the collector's edition, and it was not the most responsible purchase in the world. I'll say that up front. Was not. Yeah, I'm really excited. Also, I predicted campaign evolved. That too. I predicted it. I can show you. You see this? This is from almost a year ago. June 17th. Hello, Night Shadow. Look, I'm proving something. June 17th. I made this. This is when it released, right? Now this is not the exact version, right? It's been updated since. This is the just from when the Cover of Night released. But I mean, I did this, and then look, they copied me. Can you believe it? They copied Master Chief grabbing the pistol, grabbing the Magnum when he doesn't keep it loaded, son. I did predict it. I even changed the lighting here so it makes more sense, because before I based that on the original lighting. And in the original, the screen is like green, kinda. It's like a green color scheme. And like it was like more green, like brown look to it. And so that was the light that emitted out of it. And it didn't really make sense for this because the screen's blue. So you'd assume it'd be like a blue light. So here it's like, oh, this is very green and white. So then the light here is like green, white color. Bouncing off of that. It's also a really small screen. I'm not a fan of that. Oh! Wait, no. Because look at this. Look, this is the screen. Here. That's this screen. Yeah. That's the screen that's right here. Is this one. It's like behind. So this is the front. Over here, you can see the window. This is the front of the ship. So the light is emitting from both this and the screen from back here. That's so, huh? I didn't even notice that. So that means that I'm assuming from the angle, from the what's going on here. He walks around the chief, picks up his pistol from over here, turns around, he's like, don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go, and then he takes it, and he goes off. Meaning that the pistol is like, I don't know if it's in like a safe or what, but he walks back here. His hand looks so weird. Which hand? This one? I don't even know if this is motion captured. I think this is hand animated. At least some of it's hand animated. I know like I was looking at the scene where he's like climbing over the maw and like the sun's behind him and stuff. And that one's definitely hand animated. You can kind of see how it's like keyframed. So I don't know, like all of it's motion captured or hand animated. Might be mixed. His hands doesn't look weird. It's lowered, and his hand's big too. But so it's lowered. It's like at an angle. Don't hail me. I was working on the roguelike earlier. Had some cool rooms going on. But now I'm just putting in about 30 minutes onto Silent Cartographer. Silent Cartographer. I don't know what to work on. Now I think I'll just start doing the roof. I don't want to do this, man. I hate having to work on stuff. I'm losing my voice. Talking too much. Saying earlier that my TikTok and YouTube, not YouTube short, but like the YouTube video and then the Twitter stuff, they're all like popping off pretty well. My tweets are getting a decent amount of likes and I've gotten a few more followers than before. There's no word back from Epic. That's great. That's great. Talking about the Pleasant Park one? Also, what is that emoji, dude? What is that? No monetization. Great. Amazing. Truth nuke, truth nuke. You forgot? That's tough, bro. That's tough. Massive L, to be honest. Was it something important? You gonna say it or what? You just said, oh. 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 Playtest plus a part gun game in 30 minutes. Just start the playtest right now and we can do it. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have to be in 30 minutes, you can just do it now. So I'll probably stop the stream. I didn't want to work on sound cartographer too long right now. No, to start the playtest right now so we can get it over with. I get the private code or whatever. Right now, bro, I'm telling you. Right now. Honey, right now. I'm really hoping that Halo Campaign Evolved's compatible with the UEVR injector. So if we can play it in VR, that'd be insane. You can play Combat Evolved in VR, right? But Campaign Evolved? Whew. Get all those new guns. Get the battle rifle, spiker, fuel rod, whatever. But I don't know if they're gonna do it. I don't know if it's gonna be compatible. Oblivion is, but motion controls look very primitive. Love the Steam controller. So good. I want to play Fortnite with Steam controller. I have to launch it through Epic Games on Steam, but like this trackpad, so cool. No, only with the Steam controller. When I want to use the Steam controller, I do it through Steam. That's how you get it working. Just messing with the tripod. The tripod's just fun to use. Oh, stopped. Oh. I need to keep tweeting about my maps. It's getting a lot of traction right now. I mean, the one I scheduled one this morning because yesterday I posted it and after like 2 hours I didn't get a single like. But I got like multiple views. I'm thinking like, okay, right now is just not the time, so I'll schedule it, and then I'll have that tweet go up at like 6 a.m. So I did. So my tweet that I made yesterday, I deleted, and then it went up today at 6 a.m. and boom. So that's a 49 likes. pretty cool. And then occasionally people will follow me, which is great because I'm not one to get followers. What really helps is when they retweet. When they retweet it, that's what like really propels it. So like someone has followed me and they have 1,178 followers, so then they retweeted it. Someone with 1,400 retweeted it. Someone with 25,000 retweeted it. Someone with 1,300 that I follow. Those are like the 4 that just did it. And some of those, you know, they have like their Halo accounts or Fortnite accounts, so Fortnite Creative people see that. They're like, oh, that's really cool. But the better one is when Halo accounts do it. And they retweet it, they like it, and they'll quote retweet. Because then that gets a lot more traction. That gets a lot of people to look at it and they're like, whoa, you can do that in Fortnite? I had no idea. And that gets them to play the game. And then also increases the likelihood that maybe a content creator, you know, one of the big content creators, maybe they'll see it. I know Mint Blitz saw it. I added him alongside Hidden Xperia and Late Night Halo. They didn't see it, but Mint Blitz saw it. He said it looked really cool. It's like, yay, you're calling me?
Hello.
What are you doing on my stream?
I wanted to hijack it, obviously. It's me. I've come.
I hate you.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yep.
No, I'm currently getting the private code right now.
Right.
But no, it's really cool that you've gotten so many of the people from like the Halo community to just hop in and like support the project. I mean, it's really nice.
It's really cool. There's this one guy on Twitter. His name's like, let me see what it is. Gunnery Sergeant Kabar. I followed him for a while because like his main gimmick is just he tweets about Halo, but like he just likes saying in all caps, "Play Halo," retweeting different things, or they see something cool, he's like, "Play Halo." His whole thing's just like positivity and, you know, just play Halo. Not like any specific one, just play it. Whichever one you'd like, just promote playing the video game, which is not too common nowadays. But he followed me after he saw, I think he saw Cover of Night, and then he played through. He even like tweeted about Landfall, saying campaign evolved, leaks look wild, which is great. So he'll retweet it every now and then. Some other Halo accounts will retweet it.
That's really good.
And when they retweet it, that brings it out to more Halo people, and then they see it. So when I keep posting about Silent Incursion, I'm like, oh look, this is like the thing that's upcoming, and then underneath I'll promote the rest of the series, or I'll retweet. I'll post about the entire series and stuff. It's really cool. It's really cool. I got a good amount of views on the YouTube video. I think it's at like 1.8 thousand. Let me check, hold on. So 1.9 thousand. Yeah, so that's like the actual reveal, and then the YouTube short, it's at 906 views. Normally those cap off at about 1,000.
They cap at 1,000, you said?
For me, usually the average is like 1,000 that it gets at most, like a little over sometimes. But like Boarding Action, the first ever trailer I made for that, where I made the shorts at least. That one got 976, didn't go above that. Landfall, 1.4k. Another promo video is 1.1k. The full like Johnson promo was 1.3k. So they normally get around 1,000 that stopped there.
Hmm.
But TikTok.
What's your highest viewed video?
Short or just in general?
General.
Pull it up. 16,000 views.
Damn.
That's
pretty good.
Is a 2-hour video recording of the Fortnite weekend UEFN fan concert. And then my most popular short got 14,000 views from chapter 3. It's me talking about like an infinite shadow bomb glitch I found. But my most viewed TikTok is at 17,000. That was the Johnson promo.
You're promoting your Johnson?
No!
Oh my god.
No, I'd never.
How much do you agree with the following statement? I'm a fan of The Mandalorian.
Terrible. Nothing. Lowest rating you can give it, please. Please.
Oh my god.
Please,
Jesus.
for me, just like less Star Wars in the game, please.
Less Star Wars, more Halo,
less
please.
Disney, less Disney.
For the love of God.
Tell them you hate Disney.
So you're saying I shouldn't have said I'd give my left nut for another Star Wars collab?
You should not.
Ah.
Sorry.
Well.
Someone
sorry,
commented.
Chief. Too late.
The one person that noticed in the I saw the TikTok upload for the Silent Incursion trailer. They said Brohammer? Because the subtitles call the pilot Brohammer.
Brohammer?
The only person that's like saw Brohammer. No one else has taken note of it. I guess they all saw it. It's like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. But, okay, I guess I should ask. Level of cussing, you don't family friendly on your stream?
I don't care.
I say I fuck with it.
I mean, it's cool.
If you said you were family friendly, I would have turned on my family friendly switch. Believe it or not, I do have one. Well, I don't know if I told you. I started off in Minecraft, actually. That's how I, like, first started blowing up. And so my channel was super family friendly. And then we kept the family friendly all the way through until, like, Call of Duty, the Call of Duty era. And then as soon as I switched over to Call of Duty, I was like, there we go. Freedom. I can say whatever the hell I want.
It was so mature. Such a mature game, right? Such a cool,
no, it's just because
game.
Call of Duty doesn't give a shit if you cuss or not. And, like, as long as you're not saying, you know, racist slurs. And even then,
I feel like that's wrong. There's a lot of that.
No, that's what I was saying. I was like, and then even then, Call of Duty is, ooh. So.
Yeah, it's synonymous with Call of Duty, really.
No.
Not Halo, though. Halo's synonymous with some other bets, though.
Halo? Did you guys ever know? Should I rock the Chief? Oh, too late. Too late! We could have been brothers in arms. How dare you yawn in my ear?
You see the cooperative trailer they did today for Campaign Evolved? They're
No.
showing off it's like a vertical video, but like they're showing off 4-player co-op.
Wait, go into the into the game. Are you there? Oh, you are.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Oh no. That was uneventful. I died.
I don't think it's. I think it's connected to your cinematic.
Well, yeah. I made the cinematic. I didn't like do anything with it.
No, I told him that. I thought I told him there was one, but maybe I didn't.
It's in the events folder. Should be.
Well, we can try this. Come over here.
Okay.
We've got Hulk mode, Flash mode, Force Jump, VIP tag. Which one do you want?
Oh, are these real V-Buck purchases?
Yes. Oh, no.
Because it doesn't say the thing on it. Oh,
It did over
now it
there
does,
for
now
the
it
other
does.
one.
Okay.
I would say it did. It did
That's when we
earlier.
click on them.
All right, which one are you doing?
Probably do Flash.
Okay, I'll do Hulk mode. Hulk smash. Ooh, I got 500 HP. Good luck killing me now. Come here, fishy. It's okay. Oh, do you keep your upgrades through death?
Let me see.
It should tell you up in the top corner. Yeah, it looks like you still got it active.
I feel like I was pretty slow when I was running. I don't know if the effect retained because like this feels pretty slow. Yeah, I don't have it. It says it, but I don't have the effect now.
Oh, here, kill me.
Excuse me. Thank you.
No, I saw my 500 health.
I think it's just a run thing though. So I'm not moving fast at all. Faster than normal, but barely.
Okay, well, I'll make a note of that.
Tell me you don't believe me, son. You don't believe me?
I didn't say that.
Sounded like you didn't believe me. Can't believe you.
I believe anything you say, Sergeant Johnson.
That's not what Johnson sounds like. I can't believe
Well, I
it.
didn't know what voice you were trying to go for.
I wasn't
Forgive
doing any
me.
voice. I was just doing a weird accent. Country.
Country.
Country. You know, country. The people that country people say.
That's fun. Now when you have kill streak, it pops it up on the side of your thing. Quad kill.
Oh, the
Kill
co-op thing
Manjaro.
shows the Halo skybox for like the second mission. It looks amazing. It looks so good. It doesn't have all the same color, but it's still pretty like vibrant, I'd say. Better than
Vibrant
CEA.
realm?
Shut up. I don't hear it. I hate this gun, man, and I have like the most useless gun in the world. It's not a shotgun, man. It's not a shotgun. Shoddy snipers.
I shouldn't have killed myself. Ah, damn it.
I'm glad.
'Cause I needed to come up here and test to see if the thing was still active. What did I come up here for? Oh, I came up here to get the next. I'm gonna do force jump.
Oh, chat.
Actually, can you purchase multiple at the same time? You can. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like the speed debuff does turn off. I don't know. That can't be right because the force jump still keeps itself, and the Hulk mode does too. So
What's the speed thing though?
what?
Just a speed thing, though.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let me kill you like twice. Enjoying the map?
Enjoying the map? Consider liking and recommending.
Hey, I know that voice. Where is the wrecked elk? And then if I do this, I go to the lobby. I come over here. This. It's still locked. Good. I feel like we should probably like put some text in there so that people know what they're on.
Doesn't work on a controller.
What?
The menu doesn't work on a controller here. Nothing's working.
The what?
It only works on keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
Fix that. That's tough, bro. That's tough. I miss the old Halo.
Is it specifically the Steam controller that's not working, or just like any controller?
It's all controller.
Yeah. What's your cinematic called?
I don't know.
Is it
the name? It's very like.
Is it?
It's very clear that like what it is. Alien is called the Alien one. And
Okay, so it's called something like Nuke.
yeah, something like that. Explode or nuke, something like that.
There you go.
In the events folder. Enjoying the map? Consider liking and recommending. That all you need from me?
Yeah, I think that's good. Thank you.
All right.
There was wait, okay, so hold up. I'm sending this list over. Nuke UI doesn't work for controller players. Nuke does not activate your Nuke cinematic. We need to add text for the eliminations. Speed seems to turn off. What was the other one?
I don't remember there being another one. I think that's all good.
For some reason, I thought that when we were first started up, you're like, oh, I don't have access to this, or I did something.
Oh no, we were talking about the V-Buck thing. I thought that like the test mode didn't have V-Bucks.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
It
Well, then, yeah, I think that's
menu,
it.
but like when I went over to the one that was with the singular item on its own, it showed the thing that we're in test mode. So it was all good.
Well, once the car does that, then we should be good to post. So.
Sick. We'll be able to update it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
finally.
Yeah, I know. Well, alrighty. Thanks for playtesting.
Thank you. I gotta.
Sorry for hijacking your stream.
Because I need to go. I need to go to the bathroom, man. I'm done.
Okay.
I might stream again later, but I'm not sure. It just really depends how I feel. I do need to work a bit more on Flawless Cowboy. I need to put some time into that. I did do some rooms on Event Horizon, and
yeah, I don't know if you saw my chat message. I was going to vote today, so
oh, you vote for Martin?
Yeah,
O'Donnell?
I was. What?
You vote for Marty O'Donnell?
Of course. If he the greatest mind produced, the Halo music, clearly he's got to be a good politician.
I believe it.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I
No, but I actually did vote for him because the other people were actually genuinely idiots. So I was like, well, we'll find out.
Well, if you will,
We'll find out.
Let me know Martin O'Donnell becomes a successful politician.
I was forced to vote for Lombardo again, which made me actually want to put my head through a wall, which I know that doesn't really mean anything to you since you're not.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Gibberish.
He's the governor of our state, but he's like, we had a really bad governor last time. And so we got Lombardo in, and he was like, I'm going to change all the stuff. And then he hasn't changed shit. So, but the other people were much worse. So, alrighty.
Oh,
well, I'll let you go.
Halo Campaign Evolved, the latest trailer, they show the game working on the Steam Deck. They show someone playing on the Steam Deck, meaning that one, it's optimized, right? Because it can run on a Steam Deck.
Did they come out with a price point for how much it's going to cost?
The game?
Yeah.
$50. It's $50. That's what I think. That's
not terrible.
That's what I was thinking the game was going to be. And then if you want to get like the premium edition where you get it 5 days early, it's $70.
Yeah, I probably won't do that.
Cosmetics and stuff. But if you pre-order the $50 version, right, you'll get the game on release on the 28th, and you get the classic Master Chief model as a skin, as well as the assault rifle.
Yeah, but I want the statue. No, I'm just kidding.
You want the statue? It's $200.
I know. I can't drop $200 on that right now. If I'm spending $200 of my personal money, it's going on to our sponsored.
I took money from my Steam Deck, not Steam Deck, my Steam Frame Fund. So,
I'll make it back.
I'll make it back. It's okay. I'm still sad about it, but it's worth it. And I get the game early on the 23rd. Hooray!
I think everybody's hyped for the release. I mean, it's good. It's lining up to be a really good game. So let's hope they stick the landing.
Yeah.
Alright, brother. We'll catch up later.
All right. Goodbye.
Peace.
And that'll be it for the stream too. I think we're all good. And yeah. Thanks for everyone that might have gone by the stream. I know this one's a bit more short. I mean, how long does it say? 2 hours? And a good chunk of it was not me working on Halo. I mean, I was doing the Halo-inspired roguelike, but then I did a little bit of Silent Incursion. And then I had to playtest, but, it is what it is. All my streams are very inconsistent, I know. I might stream later if I feel like it. It really depends, but for now, that's about it. You guys have a good one. See ya.